What's good, y'all, man? Welcome to the Unattended Opinion, man. It's your boy, Free Life Jones. I'm finally back, man. Finally got it together, finally together. I got my special guest, we got the real ghost. Before it was James, it was Javar. Javar Gerald, I got my man Ghost in the building. What's good, my boy?
What's going on?
And I got the lovely, lovely mouth of the South. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Miss Phenexia Love. How you doing, baby?
I'm doing good. How you doing,
I'm
baby?
great. Everything is love. Everything is love. It feels good to be,
It's a good day.
Good to be back in the area, I feel like my first episode back, it's been what? Before the pandemic, I think I did one, so it's been a little while.
A good minute ago.
But I had to get everything on camera, get everything visual. And I was like, the first episode, who can I have? And who am I always having a great debate on the playground with? Everybody knows. So I was like, it's only right that I do this as the first episode, So, just kind of how things been with everybody, ladies first.
Hey, everything's been great. Business been great. Life's been great. It's amazing. Blessed, man. No complaints.
Yeah, it's business, everything is love.
Everything is love, man. Everything is love, man.
Hey, if you need your kids taken care of, bring them to
Come on, baby. Miss Joe's child care. Miss Joe's
If you
child
move
care.
here.
Just come on, hit me up.
And how about you, bro? Everything been good?
Yep. Like I used to say, trying to hold it in the road.
Yeah. Speaking of holding it in the road, man. That's a great, So, who you guys, thinking about, putting that little slip in, So, or who should I say if you, if you don't vote for them, you ain't black. So, I'm just trying to figure out, you Democrat or Republican, or how we leaning. Because all black folks, as I see now, are not just falling into the, the rabbit hole, into the tricks anymore.
Of the trade.
Yes,
Okay.
definitely.
Yeah.
You don't really got a choice though.
No, you don't have a choice.
They didn't give us a fair choice of which one to pick.
I mean, what do you mean not a fair choice though?
The moment that man said lock those kids up after they were found innocent, that just told me all I need to know. The moment that his family denied, all those black people housing, that told me all I needed to know. So
I mean, when?
yeah, when? What you mean when?
It's documented.
When?
It's documented years ago. Years
That
ago.
told me all I need to know about what he think about us.
But it's just like the crime bill, as far as the Democrats who also came up with that.
That's a joke.
So, but who came up with it?
Can you talk the NCAAP and all of those elderly people who are getting robbed out there? Can we not act like black people were not committing crimes, okay? Because them elderly people were scared to go to their mailbox to get their checks and all of the kind of things. Drugs were running rampant. So somebody wanted to put something into play to kind of counteract what was going on. You gotta have something.
Yeah.
You gotta have something. You can't let them run free and do nothing.
But like any law that's made up.
Yeah.
This is the free world.
It always go to.
It's a flaw though,
Laws are meant for us.
Yeah.
Versus meant for them.
But can we talk about one way that we could stop a flaw is we see the need for what we need in our community. How many of us are trying to be police officers and teachers?
But you gotta understand, it's not even about that. It's about money. It's about economics.
Mm-hmm.
The money the money is what makes everything happen. The police, if you take all their money away, that badge ain't gonna mean nothing. We need more politicians.
I'm trying to give them immunity.
But what you mean?
I'm trying to get police immunity.
But it's only on certain things, like he said, crimes that are definitely.
It's not. That's not what he said.
It is.
It's 100% immunity across the board.
He said across the board.
100% immunity across the board. Yeah.
That's what
I'm just
the
telling
man
you. That's what.
But I mean, police pretty much have that now anyway.
No, they don't.
No, you
No.
gotta
Man,
you
all
gotta
right. So
go
check it.
down.
No.
As we see,
No.
what was the lady that just was preaching? Even though she was, had some mental issues, that threw the hot water on the policeman.
She didn't throw no hot water.
She did it. She did it in the name of the Lord. Well, she threatened to throw hot water on him.
Threat.
She did it in the name of the Lord, and guess what? He killed her in cold blood.
Yeah.
Couldn't find out they been had a past,
Yeah.
and he just got off.
Yeah. Which
So it's
Which is why.
Which is why.
which is
You
pretty
can't
much
say
immunity. It's pretty much immunity, no matter what.
Yeah.
Like it's no matter what. That's why I say to you, like you just really don't. Like to me, I'm be honest with you. These things have been going on for times. The country is a business.
Most definitely.
We need business people to get us back.
But Trump not no businessman. He done filed
How he
bankruptcy
not?
like 6 times.
Oh, rich people do that all the time.
But the bankruptcy I don't have a problem with
Yeah,
because
they do that all
the
the
type
time.
of bankruptcy that he filed that's just his business model.
Right.
The problem that I have is he has nothing that's successful.
But
Nothing.
but so what? It only take. Well, I mean, hotels still open and running.
But he doesn't. That uses his name. It uses Trump's name. He doesn't have a hand in it.
I mean,
any
but
of those things.
think about it. Most people don't have a hand in stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's probably pretty much franchise.
But that's not what I mean. I mean, they literally take, I'm going to open this hotel and I'm just going to borrow your name to put on it because it's supposed to have some kind of value attached to it. Outside of that,
I mean, that's just branding.
he doesn't look at anything.
But it's a successful brand though.
In business, we call that white label.
But that's a successful brand though. When you can take that, no matter he go to over Arabia, everywhere else, no matter what, it's a successful brand.
Yeah, the Trump Hotel and all that. But that's what I'm saying. You need those people to come run the
But
company.
see the
You don't
thing
need
is,
him.
but see my thing is, it's not even about him. So like people be thinking I'm like Trump. It's not him. And I know you hate some of the people in his cabinet. Don't get me wrong. Well, not gonna say
He
hate,
doesn't
but
have a cabinet.
Yeah, but he doesn't
Everyone
have
in
a
his
cabinet.
cabinet, he already
but
fired.
what I'm saying is the people that he brings in. You feel me? Like to me, I feel like behind the scenes they think economically sound.
Which one? Name
Ooh.
one.
I mean, I don't know.
Name one.
Ooh, I was about to say something. I was about to say.
Yes.
I don't
Please
like
tell
to
me.
know their name. I don't like to know their. I'm just going off like how I see the numbers.
Like
that,
Betsy
you feel me?
DeVos, the woman
Yes.
who said that
Ooh.
they need guns in school so they can kill bears.
Well, no, listen.
Bears.
Listen,
Who's
we don't.
the bear?
That's what I'm saying.
So listen, those topics I don't want to listen to them talk about. We need money. We messed up. Like
Yeah.
we're like really
Yeah.
bad off. You feel me?
Yeah.
So like my whole thing in this election is about getting us out the hole. All the other stuff, it's gonna change in another 4 years when another president comes anyway. You feel me?
Yeah.
So those topics are, I feel like, should either go to the state, like certain things are starting to go down
Okay.
to now. You feel me? But economically, I feel like everybody should be invested in. As far as like say as far as the election goes, we should be economically invested.
My problem with that is you're looking at money, but you're not looking at the other factors associated with it. So when he first got into office, that dude was in a ton of debt. And that's what he was using it. He wanted to be president so he can help figure out how to reduce his
But he
debt.
came to a place that was already in debt, so he just knows what to do with debt. We've been in debt forever, so I mean.
But that's why he won't release his tax
Yeah.
reforms.
I mean, of course. I mean, anybody that's hiding something, anybody that won't release something, we
Yeah,
know what you
we
you
know
feel
what
me?
you hiding.
And I understand that, and it's okay.
But what I think he's hiding is that he's just like us. He
Just
doesn't
like
have
us.
any money.
But we know
You know what I'm
this.
saying?
But that's the thing, though.
He's swindling America.
But listen, though, that's okay.
How is that okay?
Because I don't need my president to be rich. I just need him to get shit
But
done.
what you
But what
just
is he
said
getting done?
is you want him as a businessman
Businessman.
to come in and because he knows business to help us get out.
But that's what I'm saying. Even, listen, it's a lot of business people we know on the streets. They might not got money, you feel
Yeah.
me? But you feel me? If they maybe had an opportunity, they definitely could probably make some things shake.
But okay, let me
And I'm just
take
saying,
your point.
Kamala to me versus Kamala, she has no economical background at all.
She used to be poor.
No, I'm not talking. So we're not going to. I'm talking about as far as her in office. Coming up through the ranks. Like no businesses, no anything like that we know of. Like that she can honestly say like.
It don't matter.
You looking at Trump states, you looking at Trump education. Name something that he's done, that he's led, that's successful.
I mean, he did from the very beginning take that $1 million. And everybody probably wish they could probably take that $1 million.
Yeah, because he was white too.
$1 million.
I mean, but when you got resources, I'm saying we can. All right, so for one, this is how I feel. I feel like we can't punish people of any color because they were born into resources and they took advantage of it.
Of course.
And just because we don't have that, I feel like us as black people want to penalize everybody else.
So if you had $1 million as a gift, how can you flip that?
But back in that time though, times now,
Especially back in that time.
it's gonna be different. That's why I said when he had that M, you feel me? It was that shit could stretch. You feel me?
That's what I'm
But
saying.
that's what I'm saying. Like that, and he made it stretch.
Yeah.
But now, I mean, that same M ain't gonna be the same M. Like right now, if he did that, I'm gonna sit back and be like, well, yeah, nigga, we gonna see what you gonna do. You feel me?
Yeah.
I'm gonna see what you gonna do. But at times it's different.
He had a whole different foundation than what we have. Like if we got $1 million, we need to figure out.
But no,
you know
but-
what I mean?
Yeah.
His whole infrastructure was in place before he even stepped foot out there in the business world. It's easy to make something successful. The one thing that he did make successful in real estate, that was for him. It was very
But see,
easy.
when I say Trump, that's all I pretty much think about is his real estate because as I know him when he started off from the ground up,
And
it
again,
was real estate.
I understand that's what you think about, but again, that's not successful either because he's not doing it. what's successful is his name. He figured out a way to brand his name.
I mean, but that's what you're supposed to do, though. Even like Jeff Bezos. Like, when you hear the name Bezos, it's like, if he put his last name to it on it, even if he don't show up.
He made a successful business.
But
my point is, think about Catch Me Outside, or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Bad Barbie is a successful name.
Hey, she's a successful business too. I don't care what you say. Hey, she might be using another platform, but she's a successful business.
Hawk Tua got a bunch of stuff now.
Hey, but she ain't make it. She ain't make it what she's making.
But you get what I'm saying?
OnlyFans is popular.
It's a name that does not take much for you to make it successful. It's just capitalizing on the moment.
And that's what we need. That's what we need. Somebody that can capitalize on the moment.
I think it takes more.
And guess what? She's not gonna do. She's not gonna capitalize on the moment. Because
But she is the moment.
She's not.
But what you're,
She's the black woman that everybody wants to vote so they can take the black vote.
No, that is not it. I think what you guys are missing is because, for one, what kind of kills me with the level how people talk about her and how people don't want to relate to her and they be like, she's not the moment, but she is the moment. Because do you not, y'all look at what Trump had going on while he was in office as far as how it relates to the economy and everybody, like, we were doing better, but that's because you were under Obama administration rules. Those things were passed down and it had an effect on you because it was able to trickle down on you. Now, we look at her as like not being a moment, but she will be a moment because she'll be the first woman to win the candidate. She'll be one of the first black women to be in it. And if you look at some of her laws and stuff and some of the things that she wants to do, which again, can we talk about the reason why we can't really do nothing just because of Congress? Because everybody looking at it
well,
like,
we all know Congress is saying run the world. They run the country.
You know what I mean? They run the country. Let's talk about who really run the country.
Yeah,
but I mean, again, just as far as, man, do you not know how it would feel? I got a black daughter. Do you not know what it would look like for my daughter to look up and be able to like, ooh, that's the highest power that I can reach to? It's more. And for black people, I think black people are more so on economic, which economic is good because I'm tired. We're all tired of it.
I mean, but
you're missing it. It's not for us. She ain't for us. She for our kids. She for our sons. She's for our daughters.
She is for us because she only got 4 years to make it shake.
But it's the
And
image.
after that, if she don't make it work,
it doesn't matter.
She only got 4 years.
She got more. She got 8.
I said she got 4 years. This is the first. You only got first one run. And then you got to vote again.
Yeah, she got 8.
So I said she got 4 years to make something shake if she got in to make people believe, like, all right. The big thing is some of the things that she used to say she wasn't for, that even Republicans say they are for, like fracking. Mm-hmm. Now she said she wasn't for it. Now all of a sudden she's saying she is.
Okay.
For 2, also, what was the other one? As far as her economical plan, people have searched and searched and searched, and even in the debate, she danced around it.
No, she didn't. She told. She told it. She put it in layman terms. Well, she said what, $50,000 for these businesses to get, and we all know who that can trickle down and affect because we are the ones that need to start these businesses. So that's a trickle down effect.
But it was over a certain amount of money that was being generated though. I think she said it was like $400,000 or $500,000. Like you had to meet a certain criteria. She was saying even a certain criteria to get that tax break.
No. We're not talking about the tax break. We're talking about the incentive to just start, to just get your running race start. Like how many? I grew up right. I bought a house, but you know how many people in my family bought a house? Not many.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Why? But we can go to our counterparts, and not only do they buy houses, they be in left houses. They get money from their grandparents to get houses, and she trying to give incentives for us to get houses.
But listen. Besides Bush, it's all been Democrats in the office. So I mean,
besides Bush,
what you mean?
I mean, like not the son. I'm not talking about it.
I'm
talking about in the last runs. Like it was Bush, then Obama.
Mm-hmm.
Then,
Obama did his thing though.
No, you're not understand what I'm saying. So it was it was Clinton. Democrat.
Mm-hmm. Before it was Clinton, you can't start.
But no. I'm just
start
saying
with Big Bush.
Please, Big Bush.
No. What I'm saying is when like they've had a majority over the Republicans as far as winning the election.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Like if you catch what I'm saying,
okay.
It's been what 3-1. Well, I'll probably say what
You talking about
Bush.
president-wise?
Yeah, because Democrats have mostly been, you feel me?
Okay.
But the problem has really been, I feel like you say, in the Senate and
It's
the House and
Congress.
the Senate.
It's
Yeah,
Congress. The problem is
because,
Congress.
like
The
I
problem
say,
is
but
Congress.
the thing is, you would feel like Democrats would have been, because like, for one, for rent too goddamn high.
Yeah.
For them, and then to come out that it's a whole software, you feel me?
Yeah.
That controls, like, it's,
Yeah.
that is really
Yeah,
an
it's
issue.
ridiculous.
Let me tell you what messed up rent. I'll tell you right for real.
Airbnb.
HGTV.
And
Yeah.
Airbnbs.
Yeah.
HGTV messed up the
Yeah.
prices of housing because you go on there and you start seeing flip or flop looking at houses that
Yeah.
100 or 1,000 square feet costing you
Yeah.
500,000.
That's very true.
You like, I got 200, a 2,000 square foot house. Why come I can't get a little bit more than that?
Yeah.
And that's when people started bumping their prices up, and the market just kept following.
Yep.
The only thing that's going to slow down inflation in housing is if people stop buying,
Yep.
and that's the only way you're going to.
And that's going to be a problem because everybody got to have somewhere to live.
But that brings you right back to where we used to be, where people gotta live together, work together, figure out all this.
And that's my thing. Like, I feel like it shouldn't be a left and a right. We're the United States, but
I wrote a paper.
it's so contradictive. Like,
I wrote a paper on
and it's
this
so
in college.
crazy. And like black folks, like I just, cause I love us, y'all know us. I be so hard on us, but it's just because like, damn, I know you gotta like see it. Like, all right, we don't own shit. We don't really get no grants, no nothing. Even our HBCUs, you feel me, are not even as prestigious, even in the NIL deals right now. Just taking from just coming from the next level for them to be able to get that type of.
So what do you do to fix that?
I mean, technically, I really feel like you're gonna have to actually have the real black leaders and economical leaders.
That's the point that I really want to talk about.
Yes.
The real black leaders.
But we don't know who they are.
That's because there are none.
That's what I'm saying. We don't know who they are.
But they could be some.
You know why there are no black
There could be
leaders?
some. They scared.
Because of social media.
Yeah.
You're
That's
right.
it.
And then that image that they're scared that image is gonna be tarnished because they're actually standing up.
The real black leaders. I'll tell you who the real black leaders are right now and who they should be. The real black leaders right now are the entertainers. Right now, that's who speak for us.
Yes, they do, and that's a shame. Like that's why I don't understand how they are able to even begin to speak. Like it just doesn't.
Because
and
people believe the masses believes it.
But it's because, and it's not anti-Semitic or anything, but the Jewish and the Caucasian agenda, as far as our culture and how things are perceived, are why I feel like they are the front runners. You feel me? Or why we speak. Or we'll say who speaks for us. You
The
feel me?
reason they're who speak for us right now is because they have what's needed, which is eyes. Eyes are the real
Right.
what monetizes
Right.
anything. An
Right.
opinion is eyes.
Right.
Entertainers have all the eyes for it.
Exactly, because they're able to be seen, YouTube, everything. You feel me? It's always constantly in our face. But here's the thing. That's why I say morally, like, when are the tops, you feel me? That 1% of us are going to kind of step up morally and choose that. And then that's why I feel like, and that's why I don't really say things or kind of make a big deal, because at the end of the day, I know business is business, and they're not going to do that.
But see, we're built wrong.
Right.
Like, the black culture is built wrong.
Well,
like I just said,
right before when they had Black Wall Street and things, yeah,
We had
they
leaders.
yeah.
We had leaders.
That's what I'm saying. Like with Black Wall Street and things back in those, especially in the Midwest, was really moving before they washed those towns away and put them up underwater and started building up on top of them. We had an infrastructure.
Yeah.
We had an economical system.
just think about all of our black leaders. Whether you want to go Martin Luther King, or anybody virtually.
Yeah.
They all, what do our kids do now? They go back and figure out a way to tarnish their name.
That's right.
Martin Luther King won't nothing because he, all he did was go sleep with other women. He was cheating on
Exactly.
His wife.
Rosa Parks ain't nothing because all she did was stand. We'll crack jokes, but then
Yeah.
that becomes the belief.
Right.
Who do you
But
believe?
because it's just like, I know it sounds bad, but like history in school, I really feel like it's a waste of time.
No.
To even,
No,
no,
it's not.
no.
Don't do that. Don't say that.
But the reason why I'm saying is because, all right, how can I say this? How is back in the 1700s and the 50s, how is that helping us?
I always felt that if you don't know your history, you know the saying, you're bound to repeat it.
Repeat it.
And that's exactly where we're going back
That's
to.
right.
Where we're all alone, we're against each other.
Well, no,
That's what guys
I'm
in
not-
slavery to start with.
So no, I'm talking about the history is taught in school.
The history should be taught at home first.
But no.
And
So
it
no.
shouldn't
I'm talking about out what we send our kids out to school. That's what I'm talking about. The curriculum.
Yeah.
That is a waste of time.
But I mean, that
For,
could
I'm
be,
saying for us. What I'm saying is for like people. You feel me? That has nothing to do. You feel me? And then when February comes, we spend maybe 3 weeks.
But that's
maybe.
why it's important to go ahead and put people in the history books now, because you put them in who is really in power enough to where they would really talk about our
But the
history.
thing is, but the problem is a lot of stuff, of course, like patent. You feel me? The patent system.
Yeah.
The patent system is a huge issue.
Yeah.
Nobody really knows that the patent system is a huge issue, but it was built to make, how can I say, definitely divide and make everything the playing ground unlevel.
Definitely.
Take Uncle Nearest, for example. Shout out to Uncle Nearest. Hey, it's a good whiskey. I don't drink whiskey, but that's good whiskey. Uncle Nearest recipe is the exact recipe as Jack Daniels.
Yeah.
He took it from Jack Daniels and he patented it. You feel me? Most of the things that was made by black folk.
No, he
Yeah. I'm saying Jack Daniels patented it from him.
from him. Yeah. Okay. I was hold on.
Yeah, it's like, okay, I forgot, it was something else. Okay, even like marijuana. It was, so like the cotton gin,
Yeah.
it was actually made to process hemp before the actual cotton gin. But Eli, of course, he went ahead and took that and, slapped that thing on it, because, of course, you're not a citizen, you can't apply, and you probably couldn't read or write, but you knew what you was doing around here, you feel me?
Yeah.
So, like, to me, it's certain things that I just feel like they're in place that are just never going to allow us to even, like, have those people open up, because they feel like they're going to lose their spot.
But again, that goes back to us being built wrong. So, in every other culture, the leaders are the engineers, the scientists, the political, whoever has that political wherewithal, knowledge, or I guess you can call it. But in ours, again, it's celebrities and people who don't know any better. So, because we don't have any backing in terms of finances, our backing comes from celebrities.
Facts.
So that's why they get the eyes. That's why they get to make decisions. It's the golden rule.
But it's a lot more black people out here with, with some money, you feel me, that can make some say so, you feel me, in the infrastructure.
Why would you want to?
Huh?
Think about Jay-Z.
Why would he want change?
Jay-Z, figured out with the NFL, for example. Jay-Z came in and was like,
see how that's going right now. That's just not going. I mean, I understand, but it's just not.
But what I'm saying though is, his whole thing with the NFL and how they was treating black people. It's like, well, and the only way for you to change anybody's opinion is you make some dollar values.
Right.
You put some money in the game and you can get some people to make some moves.
But let me ask you a question then.
But
So
the moment that he started doing that, black people started saying, well, I don't want that artist.
Yep.
I don't want that artist.
Yep.
And now we're trying to figure out how to change it. His moves are strictly monetary.
But I mean, I understand the Kendrick thing. Don't get me wrong. I totally understand Kendrick, especially with his song coming out. But also, he is petty.
But he didn't make that decision.
Oh, he does and he doesn't.
He doesn't. What I'm told or what I read is that he gives you a list of people.
Now, with that, we also know that the media is very well with wording things to make sure certain people don't take the blame. So that's why I say, unless we were really in that room, because he's the head, no matter what, NFL put him in charge. So he got the last say so.
Well, think about this.
I'm talking about we want to see who nowadays, these new kids, your audience that's out there, who wants to see Lil Wayne.
So it's not about that. So it was just like Super Bowl, who wanted to see 50 Cent and Eminem, and they didn't really know who he was. You feel me?
But I know you said
That's kind of different. That's kind of different.
Jay-Z might be petty, but I also think if I'm the Saints, and the Super Bowl is hosted, I'm also going to be petty. Lil Wayne is not a Saints fan, and he's from New Orleans.
But the thing is, it's just the homage part.
I don't want him in my arena, and he running out there with Green Bay.
Shout out Green Bay Packers.
Yeah, don't come to my arena.
Shout out Green Bay Packers.
I mean, but he the one got new man. But think about it. Now back on the mixtapes and stuff. Now it's not like he didn't rap. He rapped hard.
Yeah, he did.
Katrina, when Katrina was.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So like he can't hug who he like.
Yeah.
These motherfuckers from North Carolina like them sorry ass Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, I agree.
You
But
feel me?
I'm just saying.
And the
not
Packers
only
too. Don't
Jay-Z's
get wrong.
fault,
You know.
You know what I'm saying? Spread that blame around a little bit.
Please.
If it was a bad decision, it was a bad decision across the board.
I don't think it's a bad decision because it's about money. Do you know how many people is about to tune in to see if he gonna do not like us? That's it.
I mean, we know that. But
And if you look at the area, so my thing of it is, so
we don't know.
we don't know if Kendrick Lamar gonna bring him in. Kendrick Lamar here.
But then that's like a pity party.
It doesn't matter.
No, it does matter. No, it doesn't matter. Next, no.
So what you do? So my thing, what I'm saying is why it doesn't matter is because you didn't get picked. You didn't get
picked.
picked.
What you mean? Wayne is like, what you mean?
He didn't get picked. Did he get picked?
He didn't get
picked.
But also,
but everybody else in their city got picked. When they was in California the other year, that's why they had the whole Dr. Dre and everything.
California, Atlanta had Big Boy and all them come out.
So,
but my point is though, they're not going to beat New Orleans. Most likely not going to make the Super Bowl, except how they destroyed Dallas. But
that was crazy.
Yeah, but they most likely not.
So shout out to them for beating Dallas too, man. I love it, man. I appreciate it.
We're on the same page.
Man, I appreciate it, man. Man, I appreciate it. Y'all don't win nothing else. I appreciate it.
But I was saying that who fans are going to be at the Super Bowl? They haven't sold the tickets yet, so you don't know who's going to be there.
He ain't going to be there, that's for sure.
Kendrick's too big for that, though. I think Kendrick's is a big name.
Don't nobody, man, they from New Orleans. Nobody even listen to him.
They do. Do you not know? They not like us. It's like
globally.
It's like, do you not understand?
I'm not talking about that song.
But that's what we're talking about.
And the only way that song is being played is because he's dissing Drake.
It doesn't matter.
I'm talking about his the other songs now. Besides, like,
he gonna
Don't Kill My Vibe.
Yeah.
Damn.
Love
Kendrick got a catalog.
He got a nice little catalog.
But I'm talking about that you know, like for sure. You just hear people riding around listening to. That's what I'm saying to you.
Yeah.
I'm also with Kendrick because Kendrick.
I like Kendrick. Don't get me wrong. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I rock, but I'm just saying when it comes to like, as far as like, are you riding around like Eminem? We know Eminem nice, but how many niggas you know riding around was bumping Marshall Mathers?
That's how you know it's about
like,
money.
how many people you know was riding around?
That's how you know it's about money.
Nobody. It won't nobody in the bottom when he was riding around. That was nobody. That's what I'm saying. Come on, man.
But that was about money though. Think about how they talked about it.
But he was still in what? Still in the Super Bowl. He still made it to the Super Bowl.
But see, but we have to look at the fact that if you ever, think about the real reason that the NFL even actually did the Super Bowl halftime like they are now. It's because of us. Because of In Living Color. Period. No, it's because of In Living Color. Like, do the history. It's because In Living Color decided on Super Bowl day, they got with Pepsi and all of them, and they was like, hey, you know what? We about to do a skit for halftime. And they took all of the viewers from that and brought them to Fox. And the next year, the Super Bowl had Michael Jackson.
Yeah,
so if it's not about money, then that's it. It's not about. They've been about that money.
It's all about the eyes.
They lost 20 million.
Run everything.
They lost 20 million at one time.
I'm gonna be honest with
20 million viewers at one time.
I'm just saying. I'm with my girl Candace Owens. Yeah, maybe Jay-Z is just a little biased and a little, having his way, and he's, he did what he had to do to get to the top to make sure he can have his way.
Super Bowl about the numbers though. Everybody about to watch that.
I'm alright with Jay-Z forcing his way to do whatever he needs to do because, again, to go the rule, man. If you want to make the rules now, let him make the rules. Yeah. We now can watch the halftime show and be entertained at least.
Very much so.
I was talking about that was time to go to get the snacks and stuff when during the Super Bowl.
That's changed.
You're right about that.
That's changed. Yeah. It's a money thing. It's a money grab. We getting emotional. So what I want us as black people to stop doing in some situations is getting so emotional when it comes to other black people succeeding. Listen, come on, man.
But then that's
he succeeded.
But that's why I say, all right. So it just jumps back to Candace Owens. So how of course you guys say that she is, how can I say?
She be very smart.
But she's
a smart dummy.
She's a cute smart dummy. I really love with
she played. She played.
I think people really punish her because she got the white husband. I really feel like people give her hell because of that. Cause she really she's stereotypical. I believe in stereotypes. I don't care what anybody says.
Yeah.
We are who we are.
They real.
People be mad, but when niggas do nigga shit, I'll be like, hey. That's what we
Yeah,
do.
that's what we yeah.
When
that's
white
what
folks,
people do.
when white folks go jump off and do the craziest things, do the darndest things, like ridiculousness. I always say ridiculous should be named white folks do the darndest things. Like, that's what should be called. Like, you feel me? So like, I just feel like with that, you know, she's kind of how can I say? She's punished by us, but I feel like she shouldn't be because she really is like.
No, she need to be because she got the masses at her fingertips, and although she stereotypes some,
But she's
I'm
being
cool.
blackballed.
But I'm cool with her stereotyping to a certain extent. Don't just try to go all outlandish and all of that. Like,
But she
speak
gotta
about
sell
it.
tickets though. It's like Stephen A.
But do you see?
You gotta go outlandish. You gotta
so you
sell
sell now.
tickets.
So then that's the again. So what do we want? So what do we want?
I want somebody like
Where we
her.
want to change
I
from? And
want
we
somebody
always
like
talking
her
about
who
like,
still gonna stand
you know what I mean? We always tap dancing. So where we really want to change at? So either you're gonna take a stand or you're not gonna take a
I
stand.
mean, but she
Like,
is taking a stand.
but then you
though.
just said that she's not taking a stand.
I know. I
So-
said she is.
but she's not taking a stand.
How?
She be back
she
and
speaks
forth.
her truth.
She doesn't.
When is she like? How has she really been back and forth lately?
First of all, she made me mad at her with that Don Lennon interview because I was like really
But
feeling
nobody
a little bit,
likes
and
him,
then
though.
it doesn't matter about, and it wasn't about
No,
Don
he's a
Lennon.
tap dancing ass nigga. If anybody, that's a tap dancing ass nigga.
But we talking
With his
about
skin
her.
getting lighter and wider.
But we're
every
talking
day.
about her. She had, it was the way that she was
She
articulating
squeezed
herself.
him.
She
She
was
squeezed
literally
like the last
going,
name.
and then she went left on me.
So
She
the,
went left.
The thing I don't like about Candace Owens is she got a ton of money for suing for racial discrimination.
And she wanted to
And
be
then
a
she
racist.
turns back around and says that America is not a racist country. Is that not flip flop?
I mean, I ain't gonna lie. Now you can't deny that. I always agree with that. That's why she was like, when she said that way back, you know, didn't say it now. I'm like, no, we know that this is a
We know
racist
it's a
ass
racist
country.
country.
We don't give a damn about none of that.
The thing that gets me is, you know, I like to listen to a ton of
Yes,
history.
cause she has a lot of good dialogue, and she be coming with the facts though.
She does, but Malcolm X said the first thing that white people like to do is run to a black person that has the same opinion that they have
That's true.
and try to make them the loudest voice.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they're doing with Candace Owens. It used to be Dominant Silk, or we're gonna call them. It's always that one that strays away from the group,
Yeah,
and that's who they try to,
yeah.
you know, uplift and raise their voice and try to make the voice the ultimate. And then they try to make them seem like the smartest group. If you're trying to tell me that 10 people over here who agree with what she says
Right.
outweighs the rest of the millions of black people, that means that we, as a collective group, they don't consider us to be intelligent enough to make our own choice. That's why I don't like Donald Trump again. You know, 'cause
Speak it.
I feel like that's what he does. He's like, our blacks are better than their blacks. You mean the 20 that you have is better than the millions that's on the other side?
Exactly.
So that's what I hate when people like. Sometimes my opinion is different from what the masses think.
Gotcha.
But in those cases, I sit back and I shut up because sometimes my opinion isn't needed
Right, that's true.
when that we were trying to make progress.
Yeah.
Because that can be counterproductive to whatever we're trying to accomplish.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I don't like what I think she's way too smart to do the dumb shit that she does. You know? And
But
I
does she
mean
have
that
to,
with the
but does she have to
utmost
be an
respect.
attention grabber though?
yeah, but attention again, eyes make the money.
Yeah.
I'll say that all day long. If you get the eyes, you're gonna get some money. But she's getting the wrong eyes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then she's using that, and they'll turn around and twist whatever she says or whatever she intends
Right.
and make it for whatever they're trying to prove a point for.
So it kind of like gears me. Do you think she married her white husband for a business kind of move, or more or less? I mean, of course we know she loves it because she definitely seems like she, you know.
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that at all.
I mean, when I look at her, when I see her, I watch her show. I ain't gonna lie, I watch her show every day
Okay.
on YouTube. That's what's really kind of like, you know. So like when I hear her talk about, you know, she has her monologue and things. Even when she speaks about him, she speaks to him, you know, with, you know.
It's endearing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm not saying like she's like completely like head over heels. No, not at all.
No, she's
But I'm saying, do you feel like it was more of a business move than actual?
I'll say that about her. Again, I say she's very smart. She's very intelligent, and she knows how to play the game. And the same way that I think she's a business person, and that was a business move.
Right.
I also think for Kamala, that's a business move.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that was definitely.
Yes.
Definitely.
Yes.
But she's not black, so I mean.
She is black. Don't do that.
Listen.
She's
She's
mixed.
Indian. She's Indian.
mixed.
She's
mixed.
Indian.
She's mixed.
And she's the Indian with the
She
no
has
offense,
that in
none of
her.
that.
She has that in her.
Because we got Native American Indians, and she's the one. I don't know what they call Habibi. You know the names they.
Yeah.
If I say that wrong, I'm just trying to. I forgot what they call. Because we don't have them around here.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to think.
Mm-hmm.
But like I just feel how could I say, she's more or less like the person that's like, hey, I know my people, but I've been around a certain culture for a while, and I'm kind of torn in between the two.
Yeah.
And I kind of fell in love with this guy in the mix, and now I'm catching flack from my people. Even though I really do love my people, it's just that I don't carry myself like a Keisha Lance Bob, or like a professional political black. You feel me? Like she doesn't carry herself like that. She carries herself like a middle-aged white woman.
Well, she's married to a white man,
right?
But I don't consider her to be.
But
black.
see, her background, she doesn't come from like a high-class background at all.
Yeah. I mean,
that's what I'm saying. She came from she came from the trenches.
Yeah.
That's why I say, like, if we just kind of like step back for a minute and just kind of look, like she came from. Hold on now, I'm gonna bring you back to where you was at.
Please.
She came from the trenches, right?
Right.
And she helped build herself up by getting educated and going to.
Some people become a private area.
Going on to become a DA and an attorney general or whatever else she became. And now vice president. She worked from that level. And then
she worked all right.
And then your counterpart.
According to Judge Joe Brown, Kamala worked all right.
Well,
and
that's a matter of opinion.
But that's a matter of opinion.
Yes,
He has
has he been in it? Has he been in it? First of all, can I say this? Let me stop this. Let me stop this.
He's definitely been around.
Whoa.
He's definitely been around.
Let me stop you on this.
He's definitely been around.
I was so disappointed in Judge Joe Brown. I was so disappointed in Judge Joe Brown.
Why?
The utmost respect that I have for that black man. No. First of all, what goes on between your legs ain't got nothing to do with us. It don't do anything. Yes, we did. We didn't care about that woman.
Yes, I did.
Black people as a whole, we made fun of it because it was funny, because y'all really want to get mad at this man for getting head. That's what we made fun of. We didn't care about that.
Married though. And she was messing with Mary.
It didn't matter.
Mary messing with Mary. I'm just saying that Mayor Willie, what his name Willie? Something I think it's Willie.
But you still circling back to all the issues of what Donald Trump is doing. He was married and had Stormy Daniels. Is that okay?
Completely.
It wasn't okay for Bill, but it's okay for the president.
But he wasn't doing it to get work. He didn't help to work his way up to the top.
She was already at the top.
Yeah.
He started at
the top.
She started from the trenches, and now she's on the exact same level as someone who started up there.
With $1 million.
Who's probably going down.
Yeah.
But that's the reason he won't release his tax returns. That's also the reason he won't release his transcripts. Because his teacher said he was one of the dumbest students that they had out there.
I could believe
he basically bought
his
his
him talk. You can already tell that.
But if you know all of that, how are you wanting to put this? Because you got kids. So why do you want to put this in front of your kids as if this is something that should be idled?
Because I don't say idled at all. I never.
Or looked up to.
I don't even say looked up to.
But it is. It's going in the history books. Yeah. It's going in the history. Your kids, you gonna make it. Your kids have to learn it. It doesn't matter what you like.
I don't really like America like that though.
But we're talking about our kids now, and as he spoke about, social media is an issue, and our kids are so impressionable now. Like influence is just at an all-time high, and the masses are influencing our kids.
If we live in Russia, North Korea, places where niggas don't change every 4 years, I would care. But guess what? In 4 years, if you don't win, you don't matter anymore. Like, it doesn't matter.
Do you understand the level of what Trump did? Do you not understand January 6th should have been a big wake-up call for you guys to understand. Not only it's the fact that he puts racism in an open platform.
I kind of felt
No. It's the racism in an open platform for me, because do you not know that since Trump's been in office?
Kick the doors in. We need to know what's going on.
Okay,
That's what I'm talking
Well,
about.
cool. But do y'all not realize the way racism has been like just out there in the open now since he got in office? It's becoming accepted.
He made it okay.
He made it okay.
It's been accepted.
No, it has not like that.
So we walked it back a lot. And he made it okay for people to be blatantly racist again. Like Marjorie Taylor, whatever you want to call her name. What's the other girl name? Lori, whatever her name is. All of those people are like blatantly racist. What's the dude? Ron DeSantis. When he was running against Andrew Gillum. It's like, come on guys, don't monkey this up.
Yep.
Everybody knew exactly what he was saying.
Like, I mean, but Ron
DeSantis has the most potential to become the next Donald Trump out there.
Yep.
And he's going to be there.
They wanted him to be there front runner, but they just people want Donald Trump so bad that they just couldn't work him in there. They was like, you gotta wait 4 more years, man.
And he's worse than Donald.
Way worse.
So that's why, in my opinion.
But to me, it's just all about like I say, it's all about getting how could I say, the House and the Senate kind of on one accord. Well, really, to me, it's about one universal government and everybody actually becoming a democracy and voting on voting on laws from the state level. You feel me? That's when we actually will become a real democracy. Because think about it. Just because that representative is the state's representative doesn't mean that you like what they about to go vote for. That doesn't represent your views at all. That's not a democracy.
If our vote really mattered at the state and local level, we would have been legal years ago.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Right.
The majority of white people, black people, brown people, any of those people agree that weed should be legalized.
Yes, definitely should be legalized.
The problem is our federal government hasn't realized how to make enough money from
legalizing taxes.
That's it.
So therefore,
and that's why that's why I feel like on the state level, they let them do what they do, and when you're making too much money or you ain't moving how they want you to move, they can just come in at any time and just shut you down.
Definitely.
That's why I realized with that weed stuff, and that's why with North Carolina, they think they slick, bro. They really been want to legalize. That's why they put Delta 10 and everything else around here to just give it a run and see how it's gonna sell. Because when the reservation of Cherokee opened up, they want to see how they gonna run it, how they gonna get the numbers, and how it's gonna come out at the end of the year. And by next year, I say March, before spring tourism come up, you're gonna see this come up on the ticket to be legalized in North Carolina.
It's not going to be legalized for I'll give it at least another 10 years.
I can't say 10. The only reason why I can't say 10 is because if the reservation is making money hand over foot, the state can't live with that. They're missing out on money. They can't live with that.
They've been missing out on money, but again, you
gotta think about it, Ghost. This is an actual people of land that they already can't do nothing about. And now you're getting even more money. I got everybody coming to the casinos. And now this is like mini Vegas.
Vegas.
You feel me?
But the online betting is that.
Yeah.
So you don't need to go to the actual casino.
Well, no. For people that want to play, people still want to go play the casino. And then people like the mountain, so it's an attraction. So think about it. Now we can go to the cabins. We can go get us an ounce. We can go get some coffee. We can wake up in the morning. If we would just want to go down and go to the dispensary and just make this an outing.
And you think
you got more people even from the West Coast now that's gonna come. That's gonna generate more money.
You think they're gonna do that?
Who?
Any of those? First of all, let me preface this by saying I am not Democrat. I am not Republican. I don't like neither one of them. I think we should have a third party, if anything.
Well, see, that's what I feel like the independents are, but nobody cares about the independents.
They don't matter right now.
But my problem is it's the older generation that are still making the laws that the younger generation has to abide by. And to a certain extent, I'm okay with that. But once once you get past those baby boomers and the millennials and all, if they have a strong opinion about something, they should be able to change that law.
Yeah.
And it's about, I'll give it 100 people who are hindering the progression of what the rest of America wants, because they have the most power.
Yeah.
Starting with that turtle from Tennessee, and I couldn't stand that guy, so I'll be glad when he's out of there. So once he gets out of there, I'll be good.
Turtle from Tennessee.
But I really feel like once they see how much money that the Cherokees are definitely gonna be making off of this. That's why I say I can't give it 10 years.
Yeah.
I can't. Only because right now, only thing they got to do is tell them, hey, you can take that Delta 10 out, you can put real weed in there. It's going to be the
So it's
exact
not
same.
going to be on the ballot this year. In 4 years, we're going to have in my opinion, this is just my opinion, we're going to have a Republican
Yeah.
governor and most likely a Republican representative. That's going to take another 4 years after that. So you have quite a bit of time before. Republicans are not going to pass that. It's just they're not going to do it. They still see the evil part of it, and we still.
I think it's the older Republicans. Once they die out, the new ones be the ones on the bills, helping make the bills.
But that's not how the white people operate. That's not how Indians or brown people. None of those guys. Only people that operate that way, where they don't listen to the opinion of the older generation, is black people. So when you go to the Chinese culture, if they tell you that you're going to grow up to be a doctor or a lawyer or whatever they want, that's what you're going to do. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
That's what they put in
That's
place.
facts. Yeah, that's real.
So
Everything's
whenever-
meant to be arranged.
yeah, we can go out there and be whatever we want to be. We don't have no sense of direction. Just be happy, and you see where that's going.
But I mean, so let me ask you, that kind of gets me back to like my, like one of my last topics I want to kind of hit on, like with those type of marriages. So really, does marriage a business decision, or is it love because you have arranged marriages? You feel me? And then of course we have America where people just fall in love and divorce and do all those other things.
America is go out there and hit whatever you want.
Whatever you want to hit.
It's a free world out here, I'm telling you, man.
Free
It's a
world.
jungle out here, man. I'm
It's a
telling
whole
you.
new world.
It's a whole world.
Yeah, I think for black people we need to go backwards
Yeah.
before we go forward. And when I say go backwards, I mean not like slavery. I mean in terms of going back to listening to the older people who are lived it.
Yeah.
And then you can start seeing some of the things that how they survived back then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's
should marriage be a business arrangement or should it be just for love? I think it should be a mixture. I don't think you should marry.
Just for love.
Yeah, just for love. I think you got to. It's too hard out here for you not to have a two-person household, in my opinion.
right.
That's why we continue to struggle. When I say two-person household, I can care less if you're, straight, gay, whatever it is. But there needs to be at least two
Well,
incomes.
then should I take that back? You should say, is it survival or is it love?
Well, that's what people are on to me.
Yeah.
I think people are falling in survival mode.
That's
trauma
what
bonding.
I feel like I should ask.
It's trauma bonding.
Is it survival or is it really
Yeah.
love?
Most people aren't brought up. I don't know too many people that were brought up on love, more so brought up on survival.
And that's where I feel like the issue
Yeah.
is and where all the trauma, the family trauma is coming from.
But that's why
right?
therapy is so important, you guys, especially in the black community.
Yeah.
And
definitely agree
this
with
that right there could like really change the whole dynamics of stuff. So I agree. We need to go backwards. We need to start listening to these elders because I got old grandparents. And a lot of the stuff that he saw back in that day has stopped a little bit,
Yeah.
but now it's coming back.
Yeah.
It's like right here in our face again. It's a little different, but it's really the same thing.
It is.
It's a little different, but it's the same thing.
Survival in terms of working together in
Yeah.
order for us to figure out. Because when we didn't do anything. When they built Black Wall Street and they figured out a way to work together to get the banks and keep the money within the same, within our circle,
Right.
then that's when we would thrive.
Right.
Yeah.
And you saw it happen.
Yeah.
They figured out a way to blow that up.
Yeah.
Because they didn't like each other together.
Right. That's true.
But in order for us to go back and, if you listen, I know a lot of people don't like Dr. Umar, but if,
I mean, that's
I
my
love him.
guy. That's
I
my
love
guy.
him.
if you listen to what he says, a lot of times he makes a lot of sense. Like when he was talking about how the black community does not have any backing. Like in Africa, they don't like us.
At all.
So somebody needs to go
Listen.
build that relationship with them so we can figure
And I've
out.
always said that.
Yeah.
Because I've always, that's like, probably like last 5 or 6 years. I really just thought to myself, because when I went to Greensboro, when I moved there, it kind of like helped me start like learning different cultures and things. And that's when in my head I was telling myself, I asked the guy, because they own all the BPs up there, especially on like Redwood and everything on that side. I asked bro, because he was cool. And I was like, hey bro, why y'all don't like us? Like, I was like, y'all don't really rock with us. He said, because he's like, our people over there think y'all lazy.
That's what I was told
There
too.
you go.
I was in Indiana when
That's
I
it.
heard that.
Yeah, he
That's
said,
it.
they think y'all lazy.
That's it.
He was like, even though y'all got it made, he was like, y'all really got it made over here versus over there. And he's like, but that's really not y'all fault. And he even said that, he said, it's not y'all fault. He said, y'all was born here just like we was born over there. He said, that's why we over here. It's just that we get advantages because we're considered an immigrant.
Yeah.
And because you're here, you're not going to get the same advantages. But if you go over there, you're going to get some advantages that he can't get in his own country.
Yeah.
So it's a give it. It's a, like, I mean, when he said that to me, in my mind, it's like a give and a take. But over here, you're going to get way more perks over there versus what's going over there.
To a certain extent, he's right. I mean, a lot of black people are lazy. You have a lot of stuff handed to us, you just don't recognize black privilege. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's a lot of privileges that we have that other
we
countries
do.
don't have.
Yeah.
We do.
So when I was over there in the Bahamas and talking to Henry, my escort around there.
Hey, shout out to Henry, man.
Shout
Shout
out
out
to
to my guy. Hey.
Henry was a cool guy, and he was telling us how he was like, hey, you know, our women do what you guys do.
Right.
It was like, so if they wear a certain kind of weave in their hair, that's what's going to be popular over here next.
Yeah.
Whatever you guys wear as fashion, that's what's going to be next.
Yeah.
And it's basically the same way in Africa. Black people over there in Europe,
Yeah.
you know, all over.
Right.
We set the standard in terms of what's going to be popular, what's going to be cool, but we haven't figured out a way to monetize that. You know, so that's why I say if you extend that olive branch to, you gotta have one person, like Akon did. Extend that olive branch
But
to.
Akon is, hey, he did what he did, but I respect it, but it just seems that he just, something fell short there.
Yeah.
Now the Chinaman's mad at him. And
Yeah, I understand that.
And I hope everything works out for that, because I mean, to get power and to kind of get that loan and everything to work out, that's kind of cool.
But you gotta have groups that reach out to, you know, certain Nigeria,
Right.
over there to Congo and places like that. You
Yeah,
have
that's
groups
true.
to talk, and then we'll figure out where our deficits lie. You know, it's just a conversation for the most part.
That's true.
And then you can get their support. You can get the support from Haiti and the Bahamas and all those guys where we'll have some kind of allies. And then while they're over there in the Middle East fighting it out, over there in Europe fighting it out,
Yeah.
we stay and we figure out how to build for ourselves.
So, you know, pretty much, you know, so that's why I say with the black leaders, like, we need that as far as like to figure out or who wants to step up. That's not like an entertainment.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, things like that. But, you know, but guys, you know, shit, I just want to, before we get out of here, you know, definitely lost the musical, you know, to our culture, definitely in our era, you know, especially out the A, you know, rest in peace, Rich Homie Quan, man. You know, really, when he passed, it was kind of like, yeah, you know, people just, like you said, to the TMZ said, you know, they're like, no, it ain't really true, but when I got on Twitter, you know, Twitter kind of started like,
They let you know the truth.
yeah, Twitter X,
Wow.
shout out to X,
Wow.
I ain't gonna lie. They don't,
Twitter.
they don't like my boy Elon, but hey,
I don't like
he
it.
made
I don't like Elon
hey,
either.
but that platform, hey,
He
made
started.
X.
He started.
I mean, he ain't started.
He didn't
made,
create
He
it.
made it free speech again.
No.
No, cause they was saying, I ain't gonna lie, I be on X.
They need to
was
censor some of that
censoring
stuff
people
on.
before
They need to
brought it.
censor some of
They
it.
do need to go
They
back
need to go
and
back and
censor
censor some
a
of
lot
that stuff.
that they say.
Because people be believing everything. And it's, no, they need to put some fact check on stuff. No.
Yeah, the
Censor
things
some of
that like you were saying about Africa, only thing they know about us is what they see through social media, through movies, and that's the only roles that we play. So that's all they can believe, which is why they need to continue to censor that bullshit they be putting on them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
Yeah, man. But no, we just want to, you know, show some love. Cause I just want to, you know, as I listen to all his songs and kind of listen to his features and stuff, but I didn't really realize, like, bro had a lot of music.
yeah,
A lot
He had a lot of hits.
Yeah.
Like, he
A
had
lot of
hits.
music.
And it was crazy. He was just here, what, like, month before last?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was just here, man. You know, it'd be crazy how you know, every day ain't going no more. I could definitely go out
you
there.
gotta be careful with that.
Yeah.
Those pills that they put out, where there's fentanyl in it.
Hey, man, stay off, man. Hey, listen, y'all guys got to get on the natural healing. Hey, if you smoke gas or whatever you do, bro, you got to stay off them pills, bro, because, like, you just don't, unless you get them from the old lady that's trying to, you know, make coming out and pay that light bill. You know, she's like, look, baby, I got about 10 I can give you now. I'm trying to make that light bill, you know.
Yeah.
Other than that, bro, just leave them alone, because other than that, even your mans don't know if they right or
They
not.
don't know.
And then if you out there selling
Yeah,
it, man, stop killing your customers.
I never
That's
understood. These
that's
are
it.
drug
Backwards.
dealers.
But the thing is, it's a pill. They getting it from somebody. They don't even know. You feel me?
Yeah.
They don't know that it's bad. But man, shit.
But nobody knows bad. I feel like it's just different ways to go about these things, you know?
Yeah, that's very
Go
true.
to therapy.
That's very true.
Go to therapy. Go
Right.
talk to somebody. I promise you, talking to somebody can feel like such a high if you talk to the right person.
But I mean,
Get
they
that
just be,
stuff
but
off
when
your
you making
back.
that music though, they be taking that it's when you make music,
I
it's
know
just
it's
a
an
different.
influence.
It is.
It's
a
an
different-
influence.
You start
Yeah.
writing. You can make some.
It's an influence. I get it.
Man, y'all got anything y'all wanna
Other ways.
wanna shout out? Show some love to what y'all got going on. Y'all want to see your your
Now
ads.
go out and vote, man. I just want to say go out and vote. It's super important. If you don't go out and listen, vote locally too, please, because it starts with Congress. Okay. I also want to say, please go watch Schoolhouse of Rock. Okay, it breaks it down in layman's term how bills are passed, how laws, are created. It talks all about Congress. It's a nice song to it. But I need for us to start educating ourselves, man. As far as the black community, we gotta start educating ourselves because,
That's very
we're looking really ignorant out here.
That leads to mind. Send your black kids to HBCUs. Make sure your black athletes go to HBCUs. Because once you get all of them at HBCUs, and they can go back and get those eyes that I was referring to, that brings some money to the black HBCUs, to the communities, to everything that we're working on.
Hey, and make sure all our black owners, y'all spend some of that money with them and put them in a commercial or two. Cause y'all spend with the black schools, get with the NIL deals. It's all good. Y'all ain't gotta do it under the table no more. Y'all can just do it outright. You can hand him $50,000 and just shake his hand on Snapchat or something and say, he got new advertising or something.
Yeah.
It's a new deal.
Like my man Dakota's got that air conditioning deal.
That was nice. That was nice.
That's dope. Yeah, that's
That
dope.
was
That's
nice.
dope. Yeah, man. But I just want to say, man, I just really appreciate y'all, man, for helping me break the ice again, man. It really felt good to be back in the motions.
Oh yeah.
Man, they definitely gonna be back again, so don't even worry. You definitely gonna see them again, man. But hey, we just signing off. It's your boy Jones. Hey, always remember, man, love is life and life is love, man. Be easy, y'all.